Donnie boy. Oh, Donnie boy. Good evening, I'm Mills Lane, and this is The Lane for January 19th, 2021. What's happening? As I waited for the 11th hour and the 11th minute, and I can't seem to get this green screen under control. I know I got a bevel in it. It's probably what's the problem. But Lane gang, Lane gang, Lane gang, Lane gang. Yeah. Salute to HB2N. Thanks for joining on the Lane for January 19th, 2021. We're going to talk about it. Who are we talking about? This guy. How about a round of applause? Salute Don Philly. How about a round of applause for the fighter on the screen here? This guy, he's done some amazing things. Amazing. And all the time's been served. Yes, the time's been served. Yes, I was on the other side. And right now, you see, I'm using this here headgear for purposes that are very necessary. Mo Brown, salute. Thanks for joining me here on this episode of The Lane. Now, let's get to business. The Lane is always brought to you by. Oh, I left all that stuff in there, huh? Where's my sponsor? There you go. Wash While You Work. WashWhileYouWork.com. Instagram at Wash While You Work. What's this business? It's washing your car while you're at work. Time management. You gotta love time management. Oh yes, The Lane. We're getting back to the show. Donald, on your last day, let's take a quick minute to look at some of the things that we're gonna be losing soon, people. We're gonna be losing all of this, and it's gonna be sad. So let's just look at something I found. Why is it not showing up? There we go. So probably gonna add me. Haters gonna hate. Oh yeah. Dude. Okay. Nope. We're in trouble now. Ooh. So,
wall, the barrier, whatever you want to call it, it's okay with me. They can name it whatever they can name it. Peaches. I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the investigation, the beginnings of that investigation.
y'all missed some good stuff with the bad audio.
So nice to see you. How are you? Wall, the barrier, whatever you want to call it, it's okay with me. They can name it whatever they can.
Now you got stuff, right? Now you got stuff, right? There you go. I hear sound. So let me tell you something. What's the all right? Let me go look for another video. But before I get into that, HB2N, come on, man. You really think that this is gonna be a well-run show to honor a well-run presidency's term final day? You think this was gonna be a well-run show to honor a president's final day? No, sir. No, sir. But yeah, sorry for the delay and all this stupid stuff. I'm gonna look for some stuff. I don't know, because for some reason I'm upset right now. My little audio problems. My little audio problems are just getting on my nerves today. And I really didn't want to have to deal with that. So it would be nice if I didn't have to, but it happens. A rush to judgment on doing this type of show. But yeah, definitely interested in trying this again. So let me see what's going on over here.
President of the United States. I'm not the president of other countries.
Is this the same one?
Every one of these doctors said, how do you know so much about this? Maybe I have a natural ability. Maybe I should have done that instead of running for president. What do you have to lose? I'll say it again. What do you have to lose? Take it. Hydroxychloroquine. Try it, if you'd like. When somebody's the president of the United States, the authority is total. And that's the way it's got to be. Supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that? By injection inside or almost a cleaning. A lot of good things have come out about the hydroxy. A lot of good things have come out. I happen to be taking it. If we were testing 1 million people instead of 14 million people, we would have far fewer cases, right? So I view it as a badge of honor. Pelosi is a sick woman. She's got a lot of problems, a lot of mental problems. They want to take your Second Amendment away. You know that, right? You have nobody guarding your potatoes. So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please.
Slow the testing down, baby.
Because everybody saw it. This was a steel ramp. It had no handrail. It was like an ice skating rink. I'm being baked like a cake. I start the journey inch by inch, right? And then we finally reached almost the end, and the fake news, the most dishonest human beings, they cut it off. You know why? Because when I was 10 feet short, I said, General, I'm sorry, and I ran down the rest, right? Nobody ever heard of it until I came along. Nobody remembered it for a long time, or they didn't use it, at least. I use it all the time. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. You look back over the centuries, the world has been a dangerous place, very dangerous place, and it will continue, I guess, for a period of time. The closest thing is in 1917, they say, right, where they lost anywhere from 50 to 100 million people. Probably ended the Second World War. All the soldiers were sick. We are going to win 4 more years. And then after that, we'll go for another 4 years because, you know what, they spied on my campaign. We should get a redo of 4 years. You want to do what's called likely voters, likely. In other words, people that are likely to vote, not registered voters, many of whom have died. The forest fires are starting again in California. So you got to clean your floors, you got to clean your forests.
I wish science agreed with you.
Well, I don't think science knows, actually. If I lose to him, I don't know what I'm going to do. I will never speak to you again. You'll never see me again. Corona sounds like a place in Italy, a beautiful place. It's Corona. I think this was a blessing from God that I caught it. This was a blessing in disguise.
I have done more for the Afro exception of Abraham Lincoln.
Could you imagine?
There you go, Don. There you go.
I'm going to say, I lost to the word. Abraham Lincoln, please remember. He was very presidential. He's the only one I said maybe I can't be that presidential, but he was very presidential when he wore the hat, especially. Right? I also want to thank Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany. Words cannot express how proud you make me every single day. No matter what happens tomorrow, I'm very proud of you all. But if we don't win, I'll never speak to them again. We were winning everything, and all of a sudden it was just called off. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. This may be the most important speech I've ever made. They were thrown out of the building,
All right, HB2,
and they
I'm
looked
ready.
from outside in, but they had no way of even seeing because there were no windows, and the windows that were there
Let's talk about
were
it.
boarded up. Also in Arizona, the Attorney General announced that mail-in ballots had been stolen from mailboxes and hidden under a rock. In fact, dead people, and we have many examples,
I'm done, Don.
filled out ballots,
Really?
made applications,
Really?
and then voted,
Dead people.
which is even worse. In other words,
voted.
dead people went through a process. If we don't root out the fraud, the tremendous and horrible fraud that's taken place in our 2020 election, we don't have a country anymore. It was all bullshit.
Bruh. I don't know what to say. That's some amazing stuff. So HB2N, Malcolm X was way more a strict Republican. He hated liberals. Okay. All right, let me look. I'm just here to take how I look on the screen is showing me, is telling me, yeah, we're gonna get a better screen, and we're also gonna have to stop wearing green. Those are two things you don't do with a green screen. Okay. All right. So HB2 is gonna make me have to read. Malcolm turned his back on the liberals the last minute and got his noodle cracked. Yeah, so thing about the black person and the black liberal. I was born in the 80s. So I was disenfranchised by that because what I was shown was I have the same rights. That's my country. That's my flag. Racism is over, I was told. Michael Jackson was shown on television a lot. Black people. I grew up. I saw Oprah. So I thought that opportunity existed for me as well. So it's a liberating feeling, but it's not quite a liberal. It's also told about, viewing and being proper with the law enforcement, respecting elders, all that good stuff, After a while, you have a chance to do things and be held accountable for the things you do. So what do people do with that opportunity? That's the main thing. I think that's the most important part right there. But getting back onto this track, and the sweat is showing me why I'm about to put my rap back on and go back to the roots of the South. But our understanding that um, black people should be Republican minded. They have to follow through and understand it's the game that's being played out here with the division. It's not necessary to divide again inside of the black with factions, meaning a hotepper and a Christian should still, both black, should still be able to understand that they have the same struggle. When I say hotepper, like let's what's some more. Uh the LGBTQ black and the non-LGBTQ black have to understand that they're both black. Let's go some more. Who else can we put in there? The rich black and the poor black. You got to understand. Your thought process should be more on conservation and your rights and making sure your rights are upheld and fighting for them, right? There you go. Damn right. Salute to Mike Weary. Mills Lane is Mills Lane. That's right. That's right. Thank you. And yes, Mike Weary was there in the shade room today when I was acting up. So I was having fun acting up with this picture, and some words in the chat. It's a lot of important things going on in this world. So let me get my Mike Weary. We're saluting President Trump today. We're saluting President Trump on his last day. I wanted to end the day with having some fun. So by request, is this the video? This is not the video. So I was trying to find the video for you guys. I think I might be being trolled or not. But
really not funny. It's really sad, but
you know what? I think I found the wrong one. Yeah. But getting back to the topic, to the du jour, yes, we have this nice President Trump, and I'm honoring the team of President Trump and Pence and everybody else pretty much left. People kept constantly getting fired from real important positions for really trivial stuff, like their views on some of his decisions. So why were people getting fired left and right that were trying to work for the betterment of our country's democracy? I don't know. Trump, thanks for the bread. Yeah, I salute him for the bread. Thanks for the laughs. Give me a new way to say China. China. Yep. Salute the last great American president. Well, yeah, he was very American in one way. To me, he was a libertarian. if you ask me. I never saw Trump as a Republican. Only with the financial, with the rich Republican stuff. Nothing else. So this video is not the video I wanted to see. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out if they're gonna show me a video. Nah, they're not showing me no other video.
Black Lives Matter did it again, y'all. So
So
I'm gonna show you.
I'll show y'all the video.
Oh, I had a good laugh. I had a great laugh. It's really not funny. It's really sad, but so this is their official page, right? Okay. They posted this video about 5 hours ago. I'm just like, what's going on here? So I read this statement. Actually, let's look at the video a little bit. It says twerk on Washington. Twerk on Washington is a declaration of freedom and healing. Declaration of freedom and healing? Advocating for the decolonization of over-sexualizing Black women's bodies to reclaim an ancient sacred dance of liberation and wellness. So we're going to decolonize over-sexualizing Black women by sexualizing a Black woman in public. Okay.
She's talking and making a lot of sense, though. She's making a whole lot of sense. I give her that.
Carry on. Sampling the I Have a Dream by the great Dr. Martin Luther King, delivered during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Okay. What does this have to do with MLK? All right. The shame of traditional African practices is not ours. Trauma is kept in the body, so shake it off. Okay, so we have been traumatized because, other people have called this dance as too sexual. So we have to reclaim this dance by liberating ourselves in public, right? By sexualizing ourselves in public, because let's be honest, shaking your ass is a very sexual move. It's very sexual. It's very sensual. There's nothing sacred about shaking your ass. I just want to know, what's sacred about shaking your ass? To what God are you dedicating this dance to? To what God? This is, I don't understand, y'all. Like, how is this honoring? How is this honoring MLK? He's got to be rolling in his grave. Oh my gosh. There's kids out there. I cannot. Black Lives Matter, the organization, is a joke.
Oh. Well, what are your thoughts on that video? The video was okay. The young lady was making some valid points about how her views on women, and she's a woman, so she has her views, and it's okay. The God is a bomb fit. Lucifer, Moloch, BLM. Hey, so yeah, twerk video, twerking on Washington, posted on Black Lives Matter page, and Black Lives Matter. See, when you pull Black Lives Matter away, and I'm the person I always say, I don't know if other people say this as well, but To me, Black Lives Matter is just a philosophy um, that should be governed by everybody. Of course, it's Black Lives Matter. It's like, duh, life matters, doesn't it? Um, Now, the Black Lives Matter, as far as the corporation and all of that stuff, that's a different game. And now they have to own those words. So when you say Black Lives Matter, yes, we even the twerkers, um, the junkies, um, the dancers, the thugs, not the thugs. No, we don't honor crime. We don't honor crime, but the let's see, yeah, everybody, the deadbeats, uh, those who had hoop dreams, those who just hang out, those who collect disability, those who you know pray through Jesus, those who pray to Allah, those who don't believe in praying at all, those who don't believe in God, those who like to dance with girls, those who like to dance with guys, guys that like to dance with guys, girls that like to dance with girls, those who are bi, those who practice polygamy, those black people who don't pay their taxes, those who have felonies on their record, those who are like the Cosbys, those who, um, are doctors, lawyers. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. So that twerking lady's life matters. She's an American. I'm pretty sure she uses that to make money as a capitalist. So somewhere there's some value associated with what she's doing. Yeah. So Black Lives Matter, the corporation. You have to honor that. If you can't do nothing else, you have to make sure that the world knows that every single black life actually matters. All right. Other than that, hold up. It was a hidden comment. Why did I delete the message? All right, I'm gonna pin the message because I'm gonna pin the message because I think I deleted it by mistake. Once black women turn on the liberals, it's over. All right. Man, I lost the message, but yeah. So let them twerk, let them work, let them twerk for work. Yeah, I've seen worse. I've actually seen worse. Um, and let's stop sexualizing motion. Americans, and now I got to play an old man real quick. Let's stop sexualizing work, twerking. Just stop sexualizing it. Isn't this country fat anyway? Um, People are overweight. Um, the Obamas, especially Michelle Obama, thankfully, dedicated her first lady privileges to ensuring better health and nutritional guidelines and trying to get people to exercise. So that was a good thing. Let the twerk be viewed as exercise. You don't have to, you know, as we move forward into this new world where for some reason a 5-year-old is able to determine their sexuality. We don't have to sexualize twerking. Call it an exercise or something. Yeah. See, this America thing is this big glob of what, and the more I see, let slide. You just let it slide because you're supposed to, because it's supposed to be a liberating thing, and people are having their freedom, and their freedom are being protected by the good men and women across the United States armies and militaries and all that good stuff. Um, Provided nobody's out here causing any harm to anybody else. Have fun. Or have fun in Jesus' name. Or have fun in all the other good ones. I don't praise the bad ones. I don't salute the bad religions. I don't salute the ones that kill. So I should stop saluting them all then, huh? All right. Next on the agenda, I'm thinking back to my favorite moment in the Trump administration, his presidency, I should say. The best thing he did, from my standpoint, was um, making sure that the funding for the HBCUs would be continually done. So the government will provide and cut checks to the HBCUs across the country. So that happened. All right, I hit the show button this time. It was named Twerking Workout Classes Must Have a Fatty. I mean, the actual classes do exist. I'm not getting the chats in my StreamYards. I'm mad about that. But yeah, the actual class exists. I've seen it before. So there are pole dancing classes now, right? Remember, there was a time when there wasn't a pole dancing class. A pole dance has now not been as sexualized, as more and more people's daughters have become strippers, and then these strippers catch the eye of some guy who's worth a lot of money and in a high, powerful position, but he likes a stripper, so he ends up having kids with her and marries her, and then she moves up and then into the world, and her kid has stripper thoughts in her mind. No, maybe that last line was over the line, but the point I was trying to make is pole dancing is not viewed as a sexual thing anymore. It's actually a class for people to learn and do that stuff. So, yeah, let the Black Lives do their thing. But the funding for the HBCUs was my favorite Trump moment. My least favorite, aside from 1/6/21, never forget 1/6/21. My least favorite moment during the Trump presidency, which is almost over in my mind in 9 minutes, is his response to the Charlottesville, Virginia tragedy, where that was the first time we saw the rampage and acts of Trump supporters who happen to be also white nationalists, where their protests and demonstrations end up leading to a woman losing her life. Sound familiar? And his response was that there are good and bad people on both sides. Yeah. Good and bad people on both sides. And that was the low point where I really couldn't, I'm supposed to root for the president as my religion tells, not religion, but my spiritual thought process is for the betterment and the wellness. I want that guy to wake up one day and say, let's get these people reparations. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted. Ooh. Salute to Larry Beach for the donation. And I did get it, and I recognize who it was. Yeah, so yeah, that was the low point. What did I want to happen? I did want to see him actually come through on some of the things he actually talked about. I'm pretty upset that he ran on a campaign to have a wall built. Salute to Cliff Bravo. Thanks, Cliff Bravo, for joining us here on the lane. And so the wall thing was weird. Um, the tearing down of things that were put in place just because they were put in place by the previous administration, meaning Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, proved costly with the COVID. And probably set us back a little bit. So while people are anxious to get him out of here and have Joe Biden running, if we don't have the proper people in place that can make quick decisions and get things lined up in order to suit the Democratic agenda, or even the country's agenda for that matter. So my body's asking for a break, y'all. I'll come back with final thoughts on the lane. So what else can we get from Trump? I'm gonna give out this free. This is $1 million, $2 billion. Yeah, $2 billion worth of game. There you go. That way I'm not stealing from nobody. Mills Lane, do you think something's going to happen? Excuse me. Other than being sworn in? No. I think the inauguration is going to go the way they wanted it to go. It seems like social distance is in favor on Biden's side. So I think he'll have everything he needs. None of these military forces want that black eye of being the team that was responsible for letting down the country. They are Americans. We have to remember that. And they have a duty. As long as they're not like what we saw at the Capitol, where we had people that actually let people through because they were sympathetic to the cause. True military heroes follow the rules and protect our people. Word on the net, Biden is going to get arrested. Okay. Yeah. And to that, those Americans that run around and, talk about the dark stuff that we're really not privy to, or the shadow things that's going to happen, they have that right. It's America. I don't fight against that. Some people make YouTube videos about flipping tarot cards and reading fortunes and things of that nature. Do your thing, Americans. Get your value out there, okay? If Trump didn't teach you anything, it's all of his shenanigans and foolishness which I apologize to anybody who watched the rebroadcast and watched the beginning of this show. I need to put a little comment to say, like, fast forward. But yeah, that mistakes keep people talking about you for some reason. People like to talk about somebody who make mistakes, which is it's okay. I do from time to time, I guess. But yeah, to me, Trump made sure we talked about him. Maybe to his detriment. So yeah, ooh, it's almost over. I'm doing like a countdown, like a like it's a new year or something for the inauguration. So to Trump, to all his supporters that thought he supposed to be the president and all that, have fun. I'm not going to be having fun with you. $67. And now this. Oh, buddy, Maine is on. Okay, salute to Maine out there. Maine on the Road show. That's a nice show. Let me see. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing something else. They gotta bear with me as it's late in this America that I love so much. I am very overworked sometimes. What happened? I did something wrong. I did something wrong.
$3 million. Members at Mar-a-Lago are influencing how President Trump runs the Department of Veterans Affairs.
I gave him the kind of funeral that he wanted. I didn't get thank you. That's okay. He's looking down. Maybe he's looking up. I don't know.
Appearing to push aside the Prime Minister of Montenegro to get in front for a photo op.
Banning residents from enrolling in trusted traveler programs.
And ripping up memos, letters, things he's finished reading or does not like.
Threatened to bomb sites.
I'm going to get flagged now.
An action that could be a war crime.
Someone as despicable as Hitler didn't even sink to using chemical weapons.
I'm going to get flagged now.
She said, I'm not Steve Bannon. I'm not trying to suck my own.
China awarded 7 new trademarks to Ivanka Trump's company. It will not reveal its visitor laws.
You want to include the Congressional Black Caucus and the Congressional...
Well, I would. I tell you what. Do you want to set up the meeting? Do you want to set up the meeting? Frederick Douglass is an example of somebody who's done an amazing job and is being recognized more and more. You will be receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom. When you wash your hands, it takes you 5 times longer. The water's like you got soap, you can't get it off. I won't talk about the fact that people have to flush their toilet 15 times.
Greta must work on her anger management problem. Chill, Greta, chill.
I think there's probably, possibly drugs involved.
I love this guy right here.
Blasted the FBI over the Florida school shooting. They are spending too much time trying to prove Russian collusion.
Reducing the number of mail sorting machines and removing collection boxes.
You know, who gives a about the Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Let's say you're going out on the first date.
That was awesome.
And who knows what else is
and the commercial got me.
Damn, that's exhausting. And that brings us to tonight's final scandal, coming in at number 76. It involves the Secret Service, Saudi sheiks, and a hotel that gets a 1-star Yelp review from the U.S. Constitution.
Y'all know where to find this stuff. Y'all know where to find it. But yes, salute to Donald Trump, as it is now Inauguration Day. To all of his supporters that decided to tune in. I think he has a chance in 4 years. He'll be super old, be like 78 or something like that. He's gonna be old. So if you want him, you can have him. I expect his daughter to be the one who runs now. Now that Kamala's up there and Joe is old, super old, I expect his daughter to run for president now. Ivanka. So, everybody, I want to thank you for joining me here on the lane. As we said, hey, Donald, peace be unto you, sir. You know, ride off into the sunset. Ride off into the sunset, Don. I'm lying, Don. I'm sorry, Don. They might lock you up, bro. So, there's some things you did that are considered crimes that if I did, I would have to go to jail. So, if they realize that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, then you may be going to jail, Don. So, you have money, you got kids, you got family. I'm pretty sure you're going to be living love on the block, all right? Just make sure you take care of the whole block. And jail won't be that tough. Prison either. Killer, my salute. Yeah. As we are saluting Donald Trump in his presidency, we are saying so long, Mr. Trump, Mr. President. And yeah. If I can have my taxes removed, something. You know what I'm saying? Something. Give me something. Good night, good people.